Shoots and Ladders. Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hey friends, it's Desiree Josen.
We just want to acknowledge that Raw was held in Los Angeles, specifically Inglewood. On behalf of Shoots and Ladders, we just want to express all of our love to the West Coast, California, Los Angeles. Specific shout outs to Sport For You podcast and Edgar Vila. You are a fan. We support you. To all of our fans, especially if you're in the West Coast in California and Los Angeles, we love you guys. We are here for you.
We're thinking of you. We hate that this is going on. Thoughts and prayers that everyone is safe, their homes are safe, and to friends and family and our colleagues, we're thinking about you.
Enjoy the show. We love you, West Coast.
Love you so much.
Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much. I mean,
so this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Shoots and Ladders podcast.
Shoots and Ladders Raw recap, Road to Royal Rumble. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
Wow, that's all I have to say to start this right off the bat. I will have to say that this was the best Raw I've ever seen, ever. I really do think so. This was easily top 5 for probably everyone that's ever watched wrestling. This is the first time in years where I dropped what I was doing, rearranged my schedule just to make sure that I saw every second of it. Des, this is a banger. What do you have to say?
100%. I had a smile on my face the entire time. I was so engaged, and I tell you, I haven't felt like this with wrestling in years, and WWE already knows how to put on a show, but this was top tier. I felt like I was watching a mini Mania. Good luck trying to top this, but this was an amazing debut.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And generally speaking, when things get super hyped, naturally they kind of fall short of expectations. This Raw actually exceeded my expectations. Mm-hmm. So hats off to WWE, Triple H, and Creative. We're about to go right in. Speaking of which, on Triple H, that intro was absolutely epic. I couldn't have imagined a better one.
Oh God, yeah. With the videos and the nostalgia, and then when it falls and he's standing in the ring, because we were expecting him to come out and I was waiting to hear Motorhead. No, he was already in the ring, ready to go. You know, it was a short and sweet message, but so powerful. It's so captivating. I loved everything about it.
1,000,000%. The other thing too, the first Raw on Netflix ever, hats off for getting, in some people's humble opinions, the greatest of all time, The Rock coming out and cutting his segment and just absolutely lighting the crowd on fire from start to finish. I really thought this set the precedent for the show.
Absolutely. And I just love what they do. They give you like a 5-second of like silence, and I started getting butterflies because I was like, I don't know who's going to come out, but I think I do. And then you feel it and you hear his entrance. And even as a fan just watching on TV, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I got the Vinyl Boss shirt on specifically for that. There are some talks that maybe he will come to he will WrestleMania. Some say he won't. We'll see. But regardless, he lit this on fire.
Amazing. That's all I can't stop. And every person that I talked to that are somewhat fans, not really watching it, or even like diehard, the first thing I said, did you watch Raw? Across the board. It was unbelievable.
Wow. And speaking of The Rock and his family lineage, we're going to go to the first match of Roman versus Solo. I got to be honest, this was an A-plus match. I'm going to say that right then and there. This is actually one of Solo's better matches that I think I've seen him wrestle.
Yeah. Definitely. And that's the thing is we kind of, didn't have a lot of high hopes. We weren't as excited about it compared to the other matches on the card in our predictions episode. So that's what blew me away. We knew it was going to be good. We didn't know it was going to be this good. And then with Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, and then of course we get to see Sammy and Jimmy and Cody and Kevin. What? Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so do you agree with me? Would you give this match an A?
A plus. Yeah.
I'd say so. All right, next match. This is another A plus. I think I'm going to give an A for everyone. We'll just go one by one. But Rhea versus Liv, and hats off to them for making the title change. I thought that really elevated the entire show.
Oh, yeah. And that's what threw me off because we're not expecting a title change. And we even said that. And you know what? Thanks for proving me wrong because I thought it was the perfect setup for the year, for Raw, even for Mania. And our girl won. And then, Dirty Dom trying to go in there and sweet talk her. And then while she's walking out with her title and saying mommy's always on top, which she is, what do we hear? Taker.
Yeah,
it's just like one by one.
That really put it over times 10. Yeah, so A plus is the max we can give this, but to explain, this is like an A plus plus, especially with Taker. That was such an awesome blessing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Next match, and this was way better than I thought it would be. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. First off, what do you think about the match? What do you think about the finish? I loved it.
I did. And this was the last match that they added. So I was trying to get in my head, how would this work out? And these two are a powerhouse. And the finish threw me off. I wasn't expecting it. Just a quick rollover. And I'm like, he won. And because towards the end, the buildup was for Drew. And I was like, oh, it's Drew. It's definitely Drew. Nope, absolutely not. And you know what? I'm okay with it. It was an A match.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Speaking to your point of roll-ups, generally speaking, roll-ups and schoolboys and, sunset flips and all that kind of stuff, generally speaking, that's sort of a, hey, you barely beat me. So I think we potentially may see more of this feud later on.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm going to give this an A as well. Okay, last match. This is an A plus 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 plus. I did not I had a high expectations going this match. I think everyone did, but CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Wow, this blew the roof up.
It was insane. And these two, in my head, I would go back and forth saying it's going to be Seth, it's going to be Punk. But in my predictions, I said Punk, so I stuck with it. And I love when they use each other's finishers on each other, try to knock them out, and it's always fun. And then watching Seth get the go to sleep and then rolls back onto his shoulders to get a second one. I'm like, you're done. You're done. But so good, start to finish. It was amazing, and I loved that they ended the show with this match.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you're the same way. A plus 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 on this.
Well, it's safe to say yes.
All right. This actually, now we're going to do a brief road to Rumble and what this means, what this actual Raw meant and everything else. Obviously, we saw John Cena come out. Mm-hmm. We've been saying this for quite some time. We'll get to that episode, but I'll just say this. There's a high probability that John Cena at least finishes in the last three of the Royal Rumble.
I think we're predicting that he's going to win, even though he said it. And I loved how he, did little glimmers of teasing of Rumble and then finally said, hey, I'm going to be an entrant. And, the crowd went crazy for it. But we've been saying this for months, probably since the beginning of our podcast. John Cena is going to win Rumble.
Yeah. And it only makes sense if indeed that's the route to go. If he doesn't, and they pull a surprise on us, wow, my mind will actually explode. I think
good for them.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's one of the elements. Now, speaking of some of these other elements, as far as what this card means, there are some rumors now that Seth is going to challenge Gunther for the title. If that happens, I think Seth wins. If he does, I think the first challenger will be CM Punk. I said originally that whoever lost on this upcoming Raw will end up winning the next match. So I think if that were to happen, I think Seth will get kind of a lengthy run. So that's my personal prediction out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's up in the air. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? So
Gotcha. And what about like Rhea and as far as Jey Uso and Drew, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, what do you put them in Rumble?
well, I think you know what? We were hearing whispers of Charlotte and Becky coming back. Who knows? They still have a chance to surprise us at the Women's Rumble and could potentially challenge Rhea. So I really see Charlotte just because I've been seeing her at the Performance Center and other training facilities just ready to go. So I feel like since she didn't make her debut here on Raw, she's coming back at Rumble and going to go right after Rhea. So that would be actually a really good match. Drew and Jay, I feel like we just got started on this and it's going to be great. It's going to be a powerhouse of a feud. I love it.
Yeah, and it seems like everyone in either the original bloodline or the new bloodline is kind of feuding with some of the top guys, so I'm totally with you. I think Rhea and Liv will actually fight for the title at Rumble. I just think that kind of makes sense. And then, but yeah, as far as what you just mentioned, Becky and Charlotte, one of them, who knows, maybe they might have a surprise finish and have both of them somehow end up winning and have a triple threat with him and Rhea. I think that would be epic.
I'd be okay with that.
But yeah, as far as Drew, I really like one thing that we've kind of seen historically at the Rumble, usually like the top guys usually finish in the top in the final 5 of the Rumble. I think Drew definitely will be in that last 5. Jay's so hot right now. That's potentially something to keep an eye on as well.
He's on fire. I just see him going to the top not too far from now. So this, I just loved how they set up everything. They gave us little teasers. However, we still don't know what's going on. Everything is up in the air. So they got us nipping. Oh, I'm so excited.
Same here. One last thing. I have a feeling CM Punk and Rollins will have a spot in Rumble, and I have a feeling Seth Rollins will eliminate CM Punk, and that'll just add more fuel to the fire.
Absolutely. CM Punk isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, same here. I totally with you on that. All right, that actually wraps up this episode. What did you think? Tell us if you agree or disagree. We highly think you're going to agree because this Raw was absolutely epic. But please DM us at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Bye, friends.
Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.